Hey, what's up? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and welcome to my channel. I'm here to provide you the best crypto content in 10 minutes that you can find. All right, let's start with the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin charts have been moving. Right now, you can see I put up the bear flag that we had previously, and it's starting to bust right through that bear flag. That's something that we noticed yesterday. This red candle right here was basically when the CPI numbers came out, the Consumer Price Index. When that number first came out, it dropped Bitcoin like a rock, and it came all the way down here to about 18,900. It has since rallied a little bit. With the rest of the stock market rallied after that bad news for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I would expect that it's eventually going to go back down again. It already breached this level here, not once, but twice. So this is the first level, and that's the second breach here. And I expect that this is going to come back down to that level here shortly within the next couple of days. And I expect it's probably going to continue lower as well, because it literally just breached through support, and the support level right now is not super strong. The volume that we've seen so far has been kind of underwhelming, so I'll be watching this as things develop. However, the simple fact is that the CPI really greatly affected the crypto prices. We can actually take a look at the dollar index again, and the dollar index is also showing a new all-time high, and it's staying near that new all-time high, that 107 region, and not really budging much. I mean, even if it came down just a little bit, it just bounced off 107 and kept going back up again. So we take a look at Ethereum. It's very much similar here to this. Ethereum's, however, a little bit more overbought. Take a look at the RSI. It's at 57, which usually when you get up to about near 70, that's extremely overbought. So right now it's kind of more in the middle of the range. I would still expect Ethereum to fall from here. Okay. So speaking of the Consumer Price Index, I've got the CPI up right here, and we can just take a quick look at it. So the read that we got today from the Bureau, this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, was that the total year over year was 9.1%. And that's the CPI increase from a year ago. So it's over 9.1%. And so you might be asking yourself, okay, well, so if inflation is that bad, why is Bitcoin falling on that? And the reason why Bitcoin is falling when inflation is so high is because Bitcoin is very tightly correlated to the stock market right now. And the stock market does not like seeing inflation this high, because what it means is the Fed's going to have to come in, and they're going to have to continue raising interest rates. And that is extremely negative for the stock market, especially with growth stocks and tech stocks. So I expect that this number here, 9.1, is going to drive the Fed to either go to a 75 or 100 bips rate hike. So either 0.75% or a full 1% rate hike. Okay, so essentially what you're doing is you're making borrowing money more expensive, and everybody hates that. So I expect that this is going to be a weight around the neck of Bitcoin and all cryptocurrency, as long as it is correlated heavily with stocks, which is the case right now. All right. Okay, so let's talk about some crypto news real quick here. So the State of Vermont Department of Federal Financial Regulation came out and said that they expect that Celsius, the firm Celsius Network, is very likely insolvent right now. Now, that's just what the state of Vermont is saying. I'm not entirely sure why they consider that to be the case. However, it seems like that they're probably one of these states that are going to be involved in investigations with Celsius. So it says right here, the department has joined a multi-state investigation of Celsius arising from the above concerns, and they're basically saying that Celsius gambled all their money away here. Due to its failure to register as an interest accounts as securities, Celsius customers did not receive critical disclosures about the financial condition, investing activities, risk factors, and ability to repay its obligations to depositors and other creditors. And I think that's generally true. Celsius definitely did not do a very good job of explaining those risks. And based on that, the State of Vermont Department of Financial Regulation is saying that they're very likely insolvent, which would not be good for people who have money on Celsius. All right. Next, we have some very interesting NFT news. I don't usually cover a lot of NFT stuff here, but I feel like this is important to cover. Now, you have a CryptoPunk Ethereum NFT recently selling for $2.6 million or 2,500 ETH. So that's pretty crazy when you think about it, because we're right in the middle of this very strong bear market and downtrend, and now we can see that certain NFTs still fetch a high price, or relatively high price compared to what you would expect. But I mean, that being said, you know, the price of Ethereum right now is hovering around 1,000. I imagine how much more that would be if the Ethereum price hadn't gone down so much. But the fact that people are still willing to pay, you know, $2.6 million for an NFT during a bear market really makes you think, because if this happens during a bear market, imagine what some of these NFTs are going to go for during the next bull market. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. Next, the SEC has decided to delay decision on Cathie Wood's ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF. Not coming as a huge surprise to anybody, the SEC does not want to approve any Bitcoin ETFs right now, and they've basically decided for this, they're going to give an answer on the ETF application on August 30th. However, I would be supremely surprised if they allowed this Bitcoin ETF to go through, because they have denied every other ETF application that's come across their desks. They want nothing to do with it, despite the fact that Canada has an ETF, and we recently talked about the Europe getting its very first Bitcoin spot ETF. The SEC wants no part of this whatsoever. Now, I think that eventually they will allow a Bitcoin spot ETF, but it's going to be within the next 2 years, most likely. I've said that before. I'm sticking to that. I do think that they will eventually do that. There are going to be enough cracks forming in the walls, and they will eventually have to give in to a Bitcoin spot ETF. And when that happens, I am extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Okay. All right, guys. That's all I got for you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I would appreciate comments. Tell me what I can do better, what you'd like to see. And also, please follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date information and Chart TA. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.